Hello everybody out there, this is Seto Kaiba from your Yu-Gi-Oh! Chat channel, and today I'm going to talk about two things. I'm going to talk about two particular cards right now in today's game. Dark Hole and MST. Now, recently people have been saying that you don't need to main a Dark Hole no more. It's too slow, E-Dragons don't main it, so you shouldn't main it. Secondly, I've been hearing that MST is not good no more. So I'm going to give my opinion on the subject, what I think, etc., etc. So let's get started. My opinion about, about Dark Hole. Is Dark Hole, should you main a Dark Hole still in today's game? Do you think you should still main Dark Holes? My opinion, yes. It's a great top decker. It can help you win games. It has helped me OTK. There's so many upsides. Just because the fact that there are faster decks out there doesn't mean you should not be running Dark Hole. If Dark Hole came back to 2, I don't want Dark Hole to come back to 2. I don't want it to come back to 3 because it shouldn't come back to 3. It should stay at 1. It's still a good card. It's part of the Holy Trinity of Monster Reborn, Dark Hole, and Godstorm, Heavy Storm. But I think the card is so good. The game has not passed this card by. This card is broken. It's one of the original broken cards. It's not as broken as for Geki Break, but it is broken nonetheless in today's game. I think it's still important to run this card. I use it in every deck I run. There's not a single deck besides Burn decks, Six Samurais, and Exodia that do not run this deck. Those are the only 3 decks. There are certain situational decks out there that you do not want to run Dark Hole. That's fine. Swarm type decks don't use Dark Hole. But for all of our other decks out there, this card is still a good card. It's been around for ages, and I think it's going to continue to stay in the game for a while. Secondly, people are talking about MST. Should you main it? Should you side deck it? What's my opinion on the subject? Now, this one I'm kind of on the fence about, and I see both sides of the coin. Me, personally, I main 2 MSTs in most of my decks, except Dark Worlds. I main 1, just in case. Comes in handy. So, but I would say in the side deck you need to run all 3 MSTs, because even though you may be running E-Dragons, even though you're running Spellbooks, you're going to come across decks out there that are going to run a lot of traps, and that's going to really hinder you. You need your MSTs. You would say to yourself, oh, why did I not main MST? Why didn't I put an MST in the side deck? You still need to run MSTs, either in the sideboard or you need to run 2 MSTs in the main deck. If you're running Godstorm and an MST, that's fine. I'd say that's the bare minimum. 1 Godstorm, 1 MST. But what I prefer personally is 1 Heavy Storm, 2 MSTs. Like I did in my last strategy episode, go back to that. How to use your MSTs more wisely. You understand why I run 2 MSTs. I'm not blatantly going like that. Mirror Force is still a card. Deep Prison is still a card. Magical Cylinders is still a card. Okay? There are cards out there. Mirror Force, you're committing to the board. You're going for game, and he Mirror Forces you. What do? That one card that you took out, that one card you put in and took out your MST for, could have won you the game right there. So that's what I'm saying. That's why I still main my MSTs. Mirror Force is at 2. People still use it. People are still gonna use it. There are a lot of cards out there that you want to, Necro Valley. If somebody is running Necro Valley and you don't have MSTs in your main deck, that's gonna be a problem. In the map, if you're going to a match though, I can see both ways what you may want to do. But personally, my personal preference, I main 2 MSTs and a heavy. In my Gravekeepers, 2 MSTs and a mezzanine. Six Samurais, 2 MSTs. MSTs. I love MST. But don't blatantly use it. Use it wisely. Use your head. And Dark Hole, the game has not passed this card by. This card is just too good to top deck. And it can do so many versatile things. Don't just Dark Hole when there's 1 monster on the field, unless it's like maybe a Thunder King Ryo and you have no options, or it's an Ophion and they've used their Pandemic already. There's certain situations you want to use it. It's still a good card, though. So that's just my little rant on Dark Hole and MST. What do I think of it this current meta? And you can write your opinion. Do you think you should still run Dark Holes? Do you think you should run MSTs either in the main or the sideboard? I still run them in the main. Dark Hole I still run, except, like I said, my exceptions, Exodia, Six Samurais, and burn decks. MSTs, I run pretty much MST in every deck except a few. Situational ones, Exodia, burn deck, stuff like that. But what do you think? Tell me your opinion. Do you think MST should be in the main still? Or should you put MSTs in the sideboard? Because I still know people out there that they run 3 MSTs in the sideboard and they run a dust tornado. Just in case. But what's your opinion? So let me know. Comment, like, and subscribe. Let me know what you think of these 2 cards, MST and Dark Hole. Till next time, everybody, good luck dueling. Take care. Seto Kaiba, out.